Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us through our break. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning into this episode of City of Destiny. When last we saw our heroes, they were scattered between 3 locations. Professor Cephalopod and Dr. Irons were up in Ceph's lab, totally not being a creeper. As they were spying on both of the other sets of their teammates.
We were monitoring the kids at the party and eavesdropping on the stray one on a date.
Right. Peter was having a date with Tommy where he was expecting to be broken up with. And somehow...
And now I have a boyfriend.
Now you have a boyfriend. Somehow they both, the 2 incredibly awkward people managed to avoid saying the wrong thing to each other and realize that both of them were crazy about each other. So, totally not going to take advantage of that complication, Tommy, on Portal's character sheet.
Hey, Portal, we have the same complication on our sheets.
Yeah.
And yet, so very different. And Keone and Crucible had made an appearance down at the Mars Tech reception in the lower lobby of the Emerald Tower. A good, dozen or so stories below their headquarters. While there, they got to watch Max being humble. Lots of people very excited to see them. And Crucible managed to notice at least 4 people in the crowd who he would prefer were not there. Namely, his father, his stepmother, and his not quite girlfriend before Keone's parents.
His girlfriend?
She's a girl and a friend.
He and Reyna were never dating. He just kind of wanted them to. But then, Keone came in and made his life even more complicated.
He was not a skater boy.
Love is an open door.
We will point out, however, that the rest of your party is
Oh no!
angry at Alex for including 2 major NPCs in his character's backstory whose names both start with an R.
Oh.
Yes, we are all very angry because drunk Keone is never going to remember her name.
My bad.
So we will pick up back at the party with Keone and Crucible circulating through the room. I'm assuming that Crucible is trying to avoid anyone who...
Yes, yeah. If it's not usually up to Ethan, but Ethan's going to try to steer them away from talking to anybody Ethan actually knows.
Unfortunately, your PR manager is going to call over to the 2 heroes.
When she does that, I'm going to grab Keone's hand nervously.
And Riley walks up, calls out and says, "Crucible, Keone, hey, I'm glad you guys came down. I think it'll be a good chance for the people who work for Mars to see the good that's being done by funding the team. Have you met my husband?
Who is this handsome man that's with you?
Oh no, stop.
I will let go of Keone's hand for reassurance.
But yeah, she Riley just kind of says, yeah, so you haven't met Archer. Archer is he's Archer's my husband. Archer, I've told you all about the team and all of the work I've been doing for the team. So I'm glad Archer came with me tonight, and but yeah, so this is Crucible, and this is Keone.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Blackwell.
No,
Dr.
your
Blackwell.
drink seems a little room temperature. And Keone's gonna rub her finger around the edge of his glass and chill the glass for him. and then just wink and say, that seems better. Purely just to fuck with Ethan.
So not nice.
So
Oh my god, Keone's so funny.
Again, I thought this was supposed to be Peter's very bad, horrible, no good.
I'm going to point out that title had a question mark at the end of it.
I was gonna say.
Fair enough.
Although I don't think that made it into the Twitch stream. But
It didn't.
it sure didn't.
That's because apparently it's because Ethan was in control of that.
Ethan was hoping to manifest that into not a bad day for him.
So, Mr. Blackwell, what is it you do?
Besides collecting underage wives.
Yeah.
And harassing your son.
Well, it's nothing on the scale of Mars Tech, but I'm a chemical engineer, and now I work with brand management, and he will start going off at length about everything that he does with brand.
Keone's just pretending to be very interested.
Oh, if only Portal were there.
So fascinating.
So he'll describe, like I said, in great lengths about, the work that he had done, but that, last few years he's been working, up in upper management, and that, he jokingly says, of course, now that Riley here works for Mars, I'll have to see whether or not she's able to get me privy to any of Mars Tech's secrets.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
And Riley's like, no, he's just joking. He would never ask me to do that.
He would totally ask her to do that.
And to make Ethan even more comfortable, Keone starts gushing about how great Riley. Okay, Riley, how great Riley has been with everybody. And then she just kind of sprinkles some ice cubes into her drink and, then begins to flirt with Ryler.
Riley.
They're all the same.
Keone just wanders off flirting with herself.
Yeah.
That's
her own little snow showers and just
You're so wonderful. Thanks, I know. So are you.
Well, Mr. Blackwell, it sounds like you're good at getting talented people to do things for you.
I like to think so.
Oh, I'm loving this.
My favorite part is the pointed way he keeps saying Mr.
I know. Mr.
Well, and Riley's like, well, honey, obviously, the Crucible and Keone, they're kind of celebrities, so I'm sure that they need to circulate. But it was good for you to. I'm glad you got to meet my husband.
Yeah, you should bring him around more, and you should come around more too. And then Keone just like dances off.
Well, I think Ethan's decision between Keone and
Reyna
just got a whole lot easier.
And Keone's probably like 12 glasses of champagne in. So
Christ, how is she standing?
So Riley will pull Dr. Blackwell away. And Ethan, you managed to catch that she kind of shoots, like, as you're walking away, she looks back over to the two of you and kind of gives a look, kind of whispers that to the two of you.
When do we get to play?
I was going to have you guys coming down now.
I'm gonna go
I
chase
want to
that.
punch that man.
Ready to get into this insanity and have
Oh.
introductions with all
So
these.
Kione
pretty
has, like pranced herself away, but she turns around and extends her hand out to Ethan, like, come on, like, we're gonna go over here now, kind of thing.
I will
So, like,
sullenly
she's
go over there.
aware that she's making him uncomfortable because she's trying to, but she's also like hoping that he understands that she's like doing it on purpose. Like, it's not like she's
that this is just the way she is.
right. Like, she's not being genuine. Like, she's like poking the bear kind of thing. Like,
She's just teasing.
Ethan's
Yeah.
like, am I the bear? I don't understand.
I mean, Ethan gives much more otter vibes than bear.
Oh
Someone
no!
explain this metaphor.
No, don't.
No, I don't think I will.
And I will go after Kione and try not to be a downer.
All right.
Probably fail.
Fiona, would you give me a fortitude check?
oh Lord.
You're the one that's like 12 glasses in.
Yeah.
You did this to yourself.
20.
Okay. You're happy, but you're holding your alcohol fairly well.
I mean, she is 22 and has been drinking since like forever. So
For a whole year.
Yeah, because she
Legally.
for
waited
those
till
of
she
you
was
that are
legal.
under 21, Kione has only been drinking since she was 21.
Right. Anyhow, yes, it is at this point that Dr. Irons and Professor Cephalocod can make their way down the elevator, unless you guys had another way to plan for how you're entering.
Oh no,
No.
I am definitely following Cyrus because I keep getting lost in this place.
Yeah, we're just going to take the elevator and we're just going to come down like normal people.
Okay.
We're not going to be all dramatic about it.
Okay.
Seth did pull in his tentacled arms. So it's just the regular hands, the regular looking arms and hands.
Just the
Okay.
robot arms, not
Yeah,
tentacles.
yeah. So he
Okay.
looks the mech suit now looks a little more humanoidish. Just doesn't have legs.
Right. Because that's
Um,
normal.
And he also put a little bow tie on the suit,
Oh,
you
it's
know,
a little crooked again.
the front. Like one of those peeling sticks.
I was thinking it was like fabric with magnets on either side, so you can control like where it's positioned
yeah.
on you with
Peel
the
and
magnet
stick.
on the inside.
Just happens to be a magnet that sticks instead of a.
Sure. Unless if you guys don't draw attention to yourselves, there's nothing that like interrupts or like announces you, but there are certainly people who notice that the elevator up to your headquarters did open again.
I feel like an octopus in a mech suit is announcing itself.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, people are noticing you. It's just that it doesn't bring the entire room to a screeching halt. It's
Yeah.
And there is a curious mix of people who are trying to get close and very curious about Professor Cephalopod, and people who are very uncomfortable and are trying to make their way, make sure that there's plenty of distance and not be where you two are circulating.
It's like it's like a wave. It's
Yeah. There's definitely lots of people who are staring but trying not to stare, or trying not to be obvious that they're staring at least.
That's fine.
There's a lot of people in here. Okay. It's
Yeah, I was
fine.
gonna say, has Carol seen this many people at one time?
Not in 10 plus years. This
Right,
is
I was gonna say
a lot
not in
of
a while.
This is a lot of people. She is having just a wee lot of bit of anxiety right now. This is a lot of people. Whew. Danger
robot-
flags are going off. She's like, if there was a crowd like this in the nether realm, like it's fine.
They'd all be shadow
nothing
demons.
go wrong. Fine.
The robot
Fine,
hand
fine.
will reach over and take her hand.
Yep.
So
She's
do
gonna
Fiona
hold on to
and
the robot
Ethan-
arm. Like, this
Yep.
is fine. I got this.
Fine,
do
it's fine. This is
Fiona and
fine.
Ethan notice them coming in?
I mean, it's an octopus,
Probably.
a giant octopus in a mech suit.
I'm just saying, Keone would throw like snowballs that would burst into like snow flurries over top of them to like really draw the attention to them, because she doesn't understand that not everybody loves to be the center of attention. So she's just like throwing like snowball fireworks above their head essentially.
With the first volley of snowball fireworks, you will hear Seth's voice over your communicator. Please stop.
These are set to emergency only. That is not an emergency. And she throws another one just to be an ass.
If you don't want me to bust through whatever this dais is in the middle, stop.
We need to work on our please and thank yous.
Meanwhile,
I did say please.
I know.
back at the restaurant.
Oh
Um,
no.
Oh no. Oh
So Peter and Tommy, the food comes out. It is excellent. You don't recognize a lot of it, but everything is super tasty. But it's very quickly obvious that this is actually Chinese cuisine and not what Americans think
Sweet and sour chicken.
think that Chinese food is.
Oh, dim sum and soups and all the roasted meats and the porridge. I'm sorry, I'm gonna calm down.
We're just gonna leave Joe alone for a few minutes here.
now I'm like super hungry. Okay.
And so you two are talking.
I'm going to fumble with my chopsticks. Now, I know how to use chopsticks, but I want an excuse for him to teach me.
All right. He is very happy to help teach you. And his hand totally doesn't linger over your hand for too long or anything.
No.
And at that point, your phone starts to buzz.
Phone or communicator?
Phone.
Okay. I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Who's calling me?
So when you look at your phone, the screen doesn't show your normal lock screen. There's a image of a black bird on it.
I'm gonna have to take this. It's business.
Okay.
Excuse me for just 1 second. I'm gonna go into the bathroom where I can get more of a private conversation. Is it a single bathroom or is there stalls?
It's a single bathroom.
So I'll go into the bathroom where I can have a private conversation. And hello.
You hear a man's voice. Portal.
This is him.
I thought I should introduce myself.
Yeah, hi. The new Raven, right?
Yes.
The pause is Brandon's fault, not Portal's.
Yeah. I'm tracking down one of my predecessor's enemies, and the trail led here to Emerald City.
Oh, really?
And she said that I should probably introduce myself and let you know I was in your city, at least as a courtesy before.
Yeah, absolutely. That's appreciated. Do you need any help? Do you just need me to spread the word to the rest of the Stormbreakers to let them know that you're here?
Well, currently I'm still in investigation mode. But it's certainly possible, depending on what Conundrum is up to, that I might need some assistance.
Okay. Well, we have extra rooms up at the tower If you need somewhere to stay, we've also got our computer that you can make use of to help you with your research. I mean, Mikasa is Sukasa.
You're being remarkably accommodating. I appreciate it.
If Raven trusts you, I trust you. Sorry, that sounded a little cattier than I meant it to. You are Raven.
I guess I didn't know what to expect. Thank you.
Your predecessor is one of the most important people in my life. So her word goes 1,000 miles with me.
Well, thank you.
The one thing I would recommend, if you do come to the tower, wait till a little later. There's like a big party going on because the business side of the tower is like having its grand opening, and you probably don't want all those eyes on you. Just get in touch when you're ready to come in, and I can portal you straight up from ground floor,
Right,
or wherever you are.
right. There's the reception for the opening of the tower. Mars has got all of his people there. I mean, that said, they would never see me, but
yeah, but whatever you need, just let me know, and I'm happy to help.
thanks. I'll be in touch.
All right. Bye.
Okay.
By the way, Portal is riding a high of happiness chemicals right now. So, you know, whether or not that's the smartest choice.
Honestly, I was expecting a whole lot more resentment of the new Raven.
Oh yeah, there probably will be later, but right now he's Mr. Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy.
All right, fair enough. All right, cutting back over to the party. Professor C and Dr. Irons, other than being annoyed by snowballs, what are you doing at the party?
I'm leading us. I'm assuming there's a dance floor, right?
There is.
I'm leading us to the dance floor.
The dance floor was fairly crowded, but they seem to be more than happy to make room for you.
Uh-huh.
When something with eight arms comes floating by,
I just have 2 right now.
At the moment, yeah.
I mean, I guess I have 8 arms inside of the mech suits. The suit itself only has 2. And Carol will hear through her communicator, it's been a long time since I've done this, but just focus on me, you'll be fine. And he's going to start dancing with her.
Okay, let's do this. Oh God, it's been a long time for me too. Just you, just Octopussy you. Oh,
don't say that. Please never say that again.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I gotta come up with a cute name of whatever this is.
Yep, but it's not that. It's not that.
Not that.
And Seth used to be a decent dancer. He hasn't ever danced since becoming an octopus, except for that.
Your feet aren't on the ground, so
nope.
I don't have to worry about stepping on anything. This is nice.
Nope.
All right. So you're dancing. Keone, what are you and Crucible doing?
When Ethan sees Professor Cephalopod do that, he's gonna be like, "Oh fuck, I'm an idiot," and ask Keone if she wants to dance.
Wait, does he ask Keone for consent to dance, or does he just kind of offer his hand and wait for her to accept?
He will offer his hand. And be thankful once again his face is on mute so she doesn't see him berating himself.
Keone gingerly puts her hand, makes her crown a little bit bigger, and goes out on the dance floor with him.
All right. Once there are 4 superheroes on the dance floor, the dance floor pretty much clears out entirely, and people are just encircling it, watching you.
So can Keone do a fairy princess moment?
Sure.
So Keone is going to, while they're dancing, kind of encircle some snow on the ground and kind of twinkle snow up so that they're kind of floating above. But like with little like snow sprinkles around, and she's gonna make it extra cute.
Real life.
I love it. It's beautiful.
We're in a snow
Um,
I've seen enough Disney princess movies as a child and longed for that moment. It's like in Princess Bride when she says, you know, the leg kick moment. Like that's what she's looking for. So
Princess Diaries. Princess Diaries.
Princess Diaries. What did I say?
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride.
Yeah, Princess
That's
Diaries.
a very different movie.
Yeah, I don't want Princess Bride. I'm just kidding. I don't want that. I mean,
Princess Diaries.
Diaries.
Both wonderful movies, but
Yes, but very different.
Very different vibes.
Yeah.
She's looking for the leg kick moment. And if she can't get it to happen naturally, she will force it to happen.
Fair. So as you are dancing, like I said, all eyes are on you. It's kind of a beautiful, touching scene. The band picks up on the vibe and switches to something a little slower, a little bit more romantic, still jazzy, but you know, clearly. And that's when the glass walls of the atrium shatter.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Of course.
This isn't me.
And a couple of things
doesn't
happen.
notice.
When I say they materialize, I don't mean literally, but a handful of security guards materialize around Mars, shoving him underneath the table.
Yeah, because in the 1950s, that saved us from a nuclear bomb. So definitely a safe option.
There is glass raining down on people. And then everyone in the lobby, with the exception of Crucible, hears a voice in their head.
Ha!
Because he
Take that, mind melters.
Because he got that stupid helmet.
Yep.
I did.
And the voice you hear says, Emerald City does not belong to Maximilian Mars. It belongs to Foe, and our reign begins now.
Oh, this is so much better. All right, come on.
In that moment,
Oh no.
a portal opens next to Max Mars. And
Not our portal.
not your portal. More of a glowing yellow.
Otherwise,
And-
does it otherwise look the same kind of stylistically? It's just a different color?
Similar. You're not there. And Mars stands up from under the table and steps through it. And then the portal snaps shut and he's gone.
You should have bought a helmet like I got.
All right. Glass and ceiling panes are crashing down in towards the assembled people. People are yelling and screaming and freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
I think we should handle this as a skill challenge.
Before we
I don't-
do,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
look. Before we do, I'm gonna look at Keone and say, "Do you want to dance?"
And Keone's simply going to respond with, yes, but let's take care of these fuckers first.
I would like, before you guys tell me what you're doing,
This feels bad.
anyone who likes may give me a insight check or a knowledge check related to superhumans.
Is superhumans the same as magic?
No. But anyone other than Dr. Irons can also give me a straight intellect check because you might have seen these portals before.
Okay. I have the okay, I'm gonna use my metahuman powers. Expertise. Did that roll?
Yep, it did.
Okay. I'm not getting my sound effects. This is weird.
All right, so first, give me the insight checks.
Aaron, can I direct my insight check at my father?
Sure.
Do you think your father is a super villain?
I think he might be associated with the chamber, but I have no proof.
All right.
I got a 17 on my daddy issues check.
A 17 on your daddy issues? Your dad seems very for the door. He also notably does not seem to be paying attention to whether or not Riley is going to be protected.
Yeah, because he doesn't care. That is a 24 on insight.
I got a 29 on insight.
You know what?
Okay.
I hate all of you.
Dr. Irons, you notice that Mars' movements look jerky and slightly uncontrolled, making you suspect that he is being influenced, not that he chose to walk through the portal.
Okie dokie.
Also, Dr. Irons, with your metahuman physiology check of 22, you would know that those portals match the power signature of a known member of Foe who goes by the name of Tempest, Lord of Time.
Hate that guy.
Yep. I hate that guy.
And time travelers.
So that's what you all recognize, you realize in a moment. Oh, and yeah, like I said, I already talked about your daddy issues check. So if the heroes do not act quickly, the people in the lobby are going to be cut to ribbons by shards of glass and debris that are raining down on them. Like I said, we're going to handle this as a skill check. Options for this skill check are you can try to do something about the glass itself. You can do something about trying to get people out of the way in time, or even just trying to help keep the crowd calm and orderly in their evacuation instead of trampling over each other in and for this,
Keone wants to put up a barrier over everybody and tell Ethan to just blow the fucking doors off.
You know what would be
Let
really
everybody
useful?
run.
right, so the way a skill challenge is going to is handled is you guys will each get to describe what it is you're trying to do. I will tell you what the difficulty is, and we need to get a total of 5 degrees of success before you get 3 degrees of failure in order to successfully get most of the people out of the lobby without or protected from the hazard. So whoever would like to yell out first, you're welcome to. Keone, if you want to make your action first, I'm happy to start with you.
Yeah, Keone's drunk as hell, so she's gonna scream something real quick.
Okay. So you want to make
something.
Hers is gonna be along the lines of, "You are ruining my moment, you assholes." And she wants to put a shield, basically her ice like wall that she can put up. She's really wanting to kind of recreate the dome that is the glass that's falling, to kind of put it in its place, essentially.
Sure. That sounds to me like a power check using your create power.
Great.
You know, if only there were a hero who could kind of redirect that glass.
Yeah.
Keone is drunk.
It's too bad you're,
Peter is having a nice
not on a
date.
date.
The serotonin is strong with this one.
Peter's
Keone
very good,
is
really
drunk,
awesome date.
and she is pissed that they are ruining her Princess Diaries moment.
Yep. All right. So
You said it was a what check?
So one of the powers in your ice control is your create, which is what you use to make things out of ice. I believe that's currently at rank 10.
I do not see create.
It's called ice constructs.
Okay.
It's at rank 10. So roll me a d20 plus 10.
So do I just hit the button or do I have to do the weird die thing?
I think you need to do the weird die thing because I think the button would roll an attack roll based on your ice control power,
Okay.
and that's not appropriate. This is a power check.
Okay, so a d20, I got an 8.
Okay, so 8 plus
10. So
plus
18.
10, 18. That gets you 1 degree of success, and so yeah, you're able to erect an ice dome that is deflecting the glass off of a fair number of people, but there's still much more to be done. What's Ethan doing?
Ethan is going to spring into action, as Keone said. He's going to bank in his memory that they were having a moment. And I'm going to head over to where my dad and Riley and all of the innocent people are. If they're close enough to the dais, I would like to scoop up the dais and take them out of the building.
Okay. So, sounds to me like using move object to move innocents out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Give me a power check using your ranks of move object.
And in the spirit of Keone ribbing me, I'm going to pick up Riley and take her with me if I can.
Absolutely. Although Riley and your dad are not real close to each other at the moment.
Yeah, I'll make sure that she lands close to him.
Okay.
You want a move object powers check or a move object to hit check?
Powers check.
Okay. I'm going to spend a hero point to reroll because I could do better than that.
Okay.
You can do better than a 21?
Yeah, I can.
He only rolled a 7.
I only rolled an 8.
There we go. 27. That feels like more of a possible success.
That is more of a success indeed. That'll get you 3 degrees of success towards. So yeah, you are using your magnetism to both lift up sections of the dance floor, which is reinforced with metal ribbing, the dais. Some people you're just lifting out using because they were in chairs at the moment. You're just lifting their chairs out of the way.
I'll grab the band by their instruments if they have metal instruments.
Grab the band by their instruments. And probably catching some of the panes where the glass hasn't broken out of the pane and the whole pane is falling, and just catching the metallic frame of the pane so that you can set those down instead of having them shatter on people.
I will take as many people outside as I can, and I will place Riley delicately down in front of Mr. Blackwell.
Doctor.
So I have a question about the setup in the room.
I have an answer. Let's see.
Are there tables and whatnots, like with food on them and like for people to sit at, that kind of stuff?
So it's not this was not a meal, so there's not like tables everywhere, but there are a few tables that were set up for people to sit down at around the periphery.
All right, then what Seth would like to do first of all is activate the emergency call button on the communicators. So he would like to do that, but he would like to grab as many tables in the vicinity that he can reach. He's going to pop out his arms and grab as many tables as he can reach in the vicinity and kind of essentially make a shield.
Okay.
What's that called? There's an actual name for that in combat. When they pick up shields and make a shield wall kind of thing.
That's it. Shield wall.
Yeah, there we go. But like
Testudo
above
formation, if you're looking for a Roman word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Let's call that, because you're trying to grab tables. Let's make that a grapple check.
Okay. Should I use grab under skills for that?
Yeah, because it's not like there's a damage check that matters at the moment.
Right. So I should be able to just press that button, right?
Yep.
Hold on. That's fucking terrible.
Wow. Yes. Sorry, that was chat.
What did
I'm
chat
trying
say?
to, there we go.
Rock you on Ethan's dais.
Oh no.
Oh
Whoever
yeah,
said
no,
that.
there's all kinds of silly names, song titles happening right now.
There's a 26.
No, that is a 36. That was a hero point reroll.
Oh, right.
And you
There's
rolled a 10.
36. Yes. So that's what I do.
All right. Yeah. You're able to grab enough tables and get them to cover the people who Keone's ice shield weren't covering and that Ethan didn't scoop out of the way. And yeah, before Carol even gets a chance to do much about it.
Well, I have a question. Is that yellow portal still open?
No, it snapped shut as soon as Mars went through it.
Okay.
What do we know about his powers?
Nanos.
About Tempest's powers?
Yeah. Because we have fought him before, yes?
Yeah, but he didn't get a chance to do a whole lot to you guys. He screwed with I don't remember who, but he screwed with someone's passage of time to disorient them.
Probably Ethan. He tried to do it to Keone, but I don't think he actually succeeded with Keone.
Right, yeah, he failed against one of you and then succeeded against another.
I think he was another one of the wizards who melted my brain.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't melt your brain, but he did mess with you. Because that's a time effect. That's not a mental damage effect, but
It's all the same to Ethan.
yeah.
It's all
Would
very...
Carol know more from the other one?
What?
Would Carol know more about his power set from the other realm?
I'll give you a roll, but I don't know that he would have been active 10 years ago.
Oh yeah. Time. Okay.
Time.
But I will give you a roll, and if you roll high enough, I'll say that yeah, you've read something about him.
Going with the metahuman physiology again, or something?
Yeah, no, definitely metahuman physiology.
That was not as good.
That was not a great roll. You want to use your hero point?
Sure.
All right, roll again.
How do I? Oh, tiny screens.
Don't worry about it. I'll just I'll just steal it from you.
Roll. Oh my god, it rolled worse, but that's a 21 at least.
Yes, that comes a 21. So what you know about Tempest, I'm gonna say that you don't know a whole lot because you never encountered him on your world. However, it would make sense that since you've been back, one of the things you would have done would have been looking at, since you have access to the Aegis database, and you probably at least would have looked up the people that your team had fought. Tempest is, he's a time manipulator. He is able to change the passage of time both for himself or others. So he can use it on himself to basically effectively give himself super speed by slowing down time around him. He is also able to severely limit other people's ability to do things by kind of randomly speeding up and slowing time around them, throwing off their perception and their ability to act. And he is able to create portals through time and space.
And it's all magic based?
It does not appear to be magic based. It seems like he is a mutant. Okay. He definitely predated the Silver Storm, so he's not a stormer, but his powers don't appear to be magical in nature.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
And was there anything in that database about like range, similar to portals stuff?
His maximum range is unknown.
Okay.
There's just never been an opportunity to test it.
To test it, yeah.
No one knows. Well, this is as far away as he's teleported. Either they've seen him teleport somewhere nearby, or he's teleported and gotten away. It's hard to know without him having been captured, and he's been very difficult to capture.
Well, maybe she could still run outside and see somebody.
Possible.
Me?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
if you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
Or you could leap through the now shattered windows to see if you catch anything outside.
That's really cool. You should do that.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that a lot.
All right.
That's a big old jump.
Yep.
How hard am I gonna jump? Do athletics or?
Oh, you don't need to make a check to jump.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, give me a perception check when you get outside. Do you want to jump to the street? Do you want to jump out and up to land on another nearby building? Or...
Yeah, I'm going up through the glass that is shattered. And yeah, I'll try to as gently as possible come down on whatever nearby building it is around.
So there are lots of other buildings nearby, although none of them are as tall as the tower, obviously. But all right, so you are able to leap up and out, landing on one of your neighbors. Well, one of the office buildings, which is a neighbor to the Emerald Tower. Give me a perception check when you get out there, and I'll tell you what you notice when you get out there.
She just disappeared. She ran away into the forest.
I got an 11.
Yeah, you leap out into the cold, dark air, and the city seems to be proceeding about its business as normal. No one has yet had a chance to respond to what's happened at the tower, and you don't see any sign of Tempest or Mars. So
I don't see anything up here, you guys.
It feels an awful lot like this was a setup.
Yeah.
All the people in the same place.
A big old party. There was not enough security.
Right? It feels very suspicious.
Portal.
It was like, haha. But it says the stream is live again, so hopefully that means it is.
Yes, we seem to be live again.
Yeah.
All right, where did we lose it?
Yeah. Someone in the chat want to tell us where you lost us?
Well, I lost you guys right before Carol decided to go run into the woods.
Okay. That's probably where the chat lost us as well. So yes, Carol had leapt through the window, landed on a nearby building, hoping to catch the sight of Mars and or Tempest. Did not see anything. We then cut away to Peter walking back from the bathroom, having talked to Raven, when his communicator started blaring, because, well, that was the thing that Professor Cephalopod did before moving tables.
Loud, very loud, much loud.
So Peter, your communicator's going off. Yeah. And Dr. Iron says, "Get here now."
And I will run to the table whatever distance I have left to go, and say, I'm sorry, emergency, I gotta go. And I'll create a portal and run out and close it right behind me.
Damn it, because Seth wanted to follow that up with bring Tommy.
And am I within 2 miles of the tower?
Probably not. You'll probably have to do it as at least 2 to 3 jumps.
I think you should still be like, but you need to bring Tommy.
Yeah, he would have followed that up with bring Overwatch.
I will ignore that.
Oh,
And
man.
I mean, I should be able to, because creating a portal is a free action, that I should be able to get there in one move action. Create a portal, run through it. So I myself am only moving like 10 or 15 feet.
Right. Yeah, I'll say you're able to get there pretty quickly.
Since I'm familiar, since I know where exactly I'm going.
You know where you're going. Yep.
I'm gonna take a look around, and what do I see?
So yeah, you see kind of pandemonium when you appear in the lobby. Because I'm assuming that you would go to the lobby since A, you know that all of your teammates are on ground level, and B, you knew that the reception was happening.
Yeah, my assumption is something must have happened with the reception.
Yep. So you see that the glass windows have been shattered. There is broken glass everywhere. However, most of the people who are still in the lobby are underneath either a makeshift phalanx created by Professor Cephalopod holding a bunch of tables in place, or by an ice shield. And there's a sizable number of people outside of the building who had been, they all appear to have been moved by Crucible. There is a cold wind whipping through the room because everyone was inside dressed for a party and not to be outside on a December night.
Okay.
In fact, Keone is fine.
When you
Keone is fine. Technically.
But the wind is now blowing into the lobby as well too, because shattered windows. You would notice pointedly that Mars is not present, and that Dr. Irons is not present. Although, again, you're from Communicator, you would know that she's nearby and on top of the building.
Okay. So there are some different portals I want to make, and even though it's a free action, I think I'm going to be doing enough here that it should actually count as a standard. First thing I'm going to do is create a small portal that's hand-sized enough to go up into my room to grab my face mask and pull it back out. And so while I am still wearing the very nice outfit that I was at my date for, I now have my
have your mask.
My mask. And then I am going to open up portals to get all of the innocent bystanders out of here, like 2 miles that way.
Okay.
I'm not putting them under them, but I'm putting them right in front of them, and I'm yelling, "Get out!"
Probably want to say evacuate.
That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, when you do that, immediately security starts, security kind of appears, not literally appears, but, make themselves known throughout the various makeshift shelters, and they will start ushering people through the portals, saying, listen to portal, head through. We'll stay here and secure the lobby and make sure that everyone's safe.
And do I see a bad guy?
Nope.
Okay. Then I will not issue my clever retort. And instead, we'll end my turn.
Okay. We're not in initiative or combat at this point, so.
Okay. But that's what I'm doing. I'm crowd control. I'm getting everyone out.
Very reasonable.
Are we still rolling? Did we get enough?
Yeah, you guys had gotten the successes to complete the skill challenge.
Okay.
Aaron, I would like to fly up and
looking around,
see if I can see any getaway vehicles or anybody running a weird way. And I'll try to reach out with my magnetic senses and see if I feel any weird metal around.
Sure. I'm not even going to ask for a perception check. You float up outside the building doing your best Magneto impression, reaching out with your magnetic senses, and you detect some nanites in your own body and inside Professor C. And there's a whole lot of high tech inside the building, but you're not picking up anything that you wouldn't expect to sense in this area. You certainly don't see any. You don't see any sign of anything that looks like a supervillain or a vehicle flying away, or although you do already hear now that sirens are activated because police are. I mean, it will take them some time to get there, but they are definitely now en route. They've been alerted to what happened.
Oh, Brandon's not here. Did you bring Tommy? No.
I mean, yeah, you can ask that, but at the moment Brandon's not here. You'll notice that Tommy isn't. Well, you won't because you're still up on top of a roof.
Yeah, I definitely
notice.
Huh? Because I will notice because I need his expertise, and I notice it's not in the room.
Yep.
So then, Cyrus can give me that info, and so do I abstractly know where they had their date?
I mean, I guess since you guys had your spy bots, yeah, probably.
I am good, and you said it's 2 miles away.
Little more than 2 miles.
I'm jumping.
How far do you jump in a single leap?
4 miles. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Ethan watches her fly away, and he's like, "Huh, that's scary."
She's just gonna jump superhero land in front of Tommy through the building and just be
no. I'm going to land in front of the building, dodge pedestrians. I am not pulling.
Sure.
Not pulling an Ethan?
No.
He only would have just landed in front of him.
I mean, it's definitely like shocking to have someone just like outside.
Right.
And then
now, it is important to note that although you leap 4 miles in a single leap, it takes you a minute to travel that distance because, well, you're following an arch and then, gravity.
But I feel like that's enough time for Tommy to like pay and like pack up leftovers and say goodbyes to the.
I was going to say exactly that. So you land outside the restaurant and you see Tommy trying to hail a cab.
I think we have not officially met.
No.
Dr. Irons, it's fine. I am friends with, I am a storm breaker. Is that their name? Anyways, I'm one of them now. We need you, and he was supposed to bring you, so I'm going to bring you now. And I totally Princess Carrie pick him up. Like he's going to like clutch the little like leftovers, and I'm just like, are you ready for this? Because we got to go right now.
I mean, is he gonna willingly go with this?
I'm with. Wait a minute. What was your friend's name again? Grab. Fly away.
I mean, he's kind of powerless to resist.
Well, if she gets a hold of him, but he might be able to avoid actually her grappling him.
No, I think there's a little bit of a stunned at the moment.
Fair enough.
A tiny woman just landed in front of him from the sky.
She just like aggressively like meteorited like right in front of him. Like,
the other thing is, although they haven't met, he is aware of her. I can't imagine Ethan didn't mention, oh yeah, we found Dr. Cephalopod's dead wife from another dimension.
Or that he hasn't seen them on the news.
No, they
has
wouldn't
not
have
been-
seen her.
Yeah, Dr. Irons has very specifically been avoiding getting on the news.
Yeah, but no, I assume that Tommy is plugged into. I mean, although he hasn't been there, remember he does live in the tower.
Yeah.
He's been back in his old apartment with that he and Ethan used to share, but I'm assuming that he is at least aware of who Dr. Irons is at this point.
Do I need to do any kind of
No.
check
No.
to jump back
Nope.
with Tommy, princess
Nope.
style?
Tommy will be terrified when he lands.
I
But,
don't care about that.
But there's no check needed. All right, so Ethan's trying to look for any villains in the vicinity, not finding anything. Dr. Irons is playing Tommy Retrieval. What are Keone, Seth, and Portal doing?
Portal is yelling, "Do not bring him into a hot war zone."
All you hear is
Yeah. They got what they came for. They're no longer here. Carol will hear over the comms, I need him in the computer labs. And then that's where I'm going.
I think there's roof access. We'll see.
There's absolutely roof access. It's been used. There's a hangar. Not that you guys would have ever, not that anyone realized that, because you've literally never used the vehicles except for when Mars took one.
Well,
but
I will say Portal did play with one.
Well, but that was
was
before they were
unnecessary.
in the hangar.
Yeah, that was before they were in the hangar.
Yeah.
I am going to look around to the folks that are sitting like, okay, so what happened?
Bad guys came, took Mars, broke shit.
Well, that's just it. Nobody actually came in here.
Okay, so how did they get Mars out?
Tempest.
Mega portal.
GM,
yes.
I don't even know if it's even possible. It looks like I earned a hero point, so I'll spend it if it to make it possible to sense residual energy from the portal. And is there anything I can get as far as, anything where he might have gone, or I'm thinking maybe a sense power or a
Yeah,
tracking
no.
power.
I have an idea of what you're trying to do. Give me a perception check, and yeah.
That is a 19.
Okay. So you're reaching out to kind of sense if there's any residual dimensional energies. It's hard for you to pick it up because it definitely operates at, for want of a better term, like it's absolutely not the right term, but it's the closest to there being a word for what it is. It operates at a different frequency than your powers do.
Yep.
Partially because it doesn't travel through the same dimension that you do.
Yeah.
And
It
partially
even travel through a dimension.
well, yeah. But also partially because it's more about the manipulation of time than but you are able to pick up a residual trace of it. You can sense that it is, for want of a better term, it is unstable, which makes you think that whoever created this portal was pushing their abilities beyond their typical limits. And you can get a direction, but you're also aware that, the direction without being able to know exactly the distance is going to make it hard to really, to try to skip it unless you happen to get extremely lucky with a jump.
So I will note the direction.
Okay.
And I will say, I know which direction they went. Maybe we should grab one of those hover flyers. And then I am going to make my way up to the portal up to the hangar that we've never used until now, and get the van one, the larger one, turned on and get it ready for everyone to come in, and we can we can just fly the direction and maybe see something.
Sure, seems reasonable. Keone, for what it's worth, it would be taking you off towards the east. But Keone, what are you doing while Portal is searching the dimensions?
Keone's just looking for someone she can stab. So
I mean, there are lots of people you can stab. Dr. Blackwell is still present, for one thing.
I have to keep him around because I've got to have something to entertain me when Ethan takes me around.
Portal, as he's going through his portal up to the hangar, will look back and say, "Come with me if you want to stab."
Amazing. Yeah.
So Keone just hightails it towards the portal then.
All right.
Because she's been promised stabbing.
Yeah, when she's promised stabbing, she will go anywhere.
All right. So I'm going to just assume that everyone reconvenes back up in the upper floors of the tower.
Yes.
If we are doing the thing, Seth will stop in his lab on the way to the computer lab.
All right. So you're all up in the tower. Tommy is present. Portal is getting the van fired up.
And I'll mention, we don't all have to go. It's just some of us can go tracking and some of us can do research.
As soon as you are inside the tower, however, there are a couple of things that you notice.
Mm-hmm.
As there are 3 different alerts coming in over the police band.
Awesome.
There is something happening in the Diamond District involving an earthquake.
Yep, we know who that is.
The silent alarm has been triggered at the Pacific Museum of Art.
How dare they?
And a group of superhumans have taken a shipping container off of the docks and are flying away with it.
This is their divide and conquer.
Let's split up, gang.
No.
No, that's like...
I recommend we stay focused on Mars.
Yeah, the main...
Save Max, and maybe we send some people over to deal with the earthquake because that's involving innocent people.
Well, you know what? You'll have a week to figure out what you want to do.
But I want to do the thing in the science lab.
You summon
Okay.
Do the thing.
Let's do the thing in the
Do
science.
the thing.
Because if we do the thing, we'll have an extra hero we could send when we split up the team.
No, we will not.
We could do
Yes,
we could do 3 teams of 2. It'll be great.
Yeah. You get to pair up with your boyfriend now.
And probably put him on the sideline.
All right. So, while you guys are looking at, are getting these alerts coming in, Professor C, you want to grab Tommy?
Yep.
Okay.
I just gently like set him down. Like, there you go. You're safe.
So Tommy, as soon as he's inside the tower, his demeanor changes instantly, and he pulls out a tablet, and he's telling you guys about this is happening, and this is happening.
Mm-hmm. This will help you.
And
I hand him the watch.
Oh, it's ready?
Yes, I've been working on it nonstop since we spoke.
Oh, how do I?
And I show him. It basically just pushes a button. It will only work for you.
Wiki, do you want to tell us what happens when Tommy pushes this button?
Well, he pushes the button
his goddamn
on
mind.
He pushes a button on what looks like just your general smartwatch.
Uh-huh.
And from the watch, essentially a haze of color. I don't know what color the suit's going to be. That's up to you. That's up to you. If that design part was up to you, but a haze of color.
It's something in blacks and silver. But
yeah, so a haze of black and silver will spread from the watch up his arm, across the chest to the other arm, up, and basically it's nanites covering his body to look like the suit that he said he wanted designed. And there's a pair of glasses that are basically a HUD system that connect him to everything.
Is this in your lab?
No, it's in the computer lab where I had him go.
Okay.
And it's all neural interfaced. So.
All right.
And it all takes, I don't know, 10 seconds to complete the transformation.
Okay.
How much of his face is visible?
Lower half, I'm guessing.
Well.
And Carol lifts up an arm. She's like, "Oh, this is lovely construction. You did a really good job on this."
Thank you.
I am not there, so Portal is not responding yet.
I will also tell Tommy, always have your communicator.
Okay. So I like the idea of this issue ending with the splash page of Overwatch standing there in his costume.
And not Portal screaming, absolutely not.
Actually, I think that's a little
very, very last page.
That's in the bottom corner of the splash page. It's a zoom out from the tower and Portal speech bubble.
Yes.
And with that, I think we will go ahead and wrap up. That feels like a good place, although I know we still technically have a few minutes, but that feels like a real good spot to pause. So, everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight for our ridiculous shenanigans and then a little bit of superheroic action. Around the rest of our network, we will have not one, but 2 blog posts up at untoldstoriesproject.com on Thursday. On Friday, we will have a bunch of new episodes from YouTube posted to our website, including the Netherwar City of Destiny crossover part 2 will be up on the website. Next Monday, we don't have Netherwar here, but instead we have the series premiere of Guardians of Haven, our Starhaven set Mutants and Masterminds game, and the next part of our USP Earth Prime tabletop universe. You'll see the same players from Netherwar, but playing a brand new group of heroes who are currently being featured on our social media. And Alex and I have already been talking a little bit about how to set up the first crossover between City of Destiny and that show. And of course, we will be back here next Tuesday for more City of Destiny. There's something else that I want to mention, but I don't want to take away everyone else's opportunity to plug, so I will pass it over to Alex.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody for coming to visit us tonight, spending some time with our magical evening together. That was a lot of fun. We do have another stream tomorrow for our Cthulhu Awakens Kickstarter continuation. I'll be back. Wiki and I will both be back playing as Edison.
Hey.
And Brandon will also be there. It's been a long week. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Right.
Look, I am the president of the Fuck Benjamin Franklin for this very specific thing club.
But don't, because you don't want those diseases.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, Aaron, I'm curious, what 2 blog posts are going up this week?
Oh, the Nether War farewell post and the and the Starhaven preview post.
Oh, that's a good plan. Yeah, good idea.
That's a good plan.
They're both your posts, but it felt like they should both, obviously you want the Nether War one to come up after the last episode of Nether War, but you want the preview for Starhaven to start before the Starhaven starts.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry about that.
So yeah, those will both be going up on Thursday.
Awesome. And I don't think I have anything else I want to talk about tonight specifically, so I'll just pass it over to Wiki.
Stuff. Brandon?
Well, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to playing tomorrow in our Cthulhu campaign, as the fecal matter has most definitely hit the oscillated motor at this point.
Yes.
It's going to be a whole lot of fun. But other than that, read a book. Joe?
Oh. Take care of your bodies. Stay hydrated. And puppy. Shit.
What?
You're up.
We're saying goodbye, dear.
Oh, okay. Play a game.
Well-oiled machine.
Well-oiled. Thank you guys again for spending your Tuesday evening with us. I hope you're having a good time. I know that we are, and we will see you next week.